Hello, welcome to the CEO dg&la YouTube channel. Current Affairs Mega Series MCQs 25 Question and Answers of 2020 edition. This is highly useful for SSC, Railways, RBI, SBI, IBPS, Nabard and all competitive exams. First one, the Rajasthan Assembly session will begin from which date? The options are A. August 1st, B. August 14th, C. August 21st, D. August 31st. Second one, which among the following e-commerce companies has begun offering auto insurance in India? The options are option A. Flipkart, B. Walmart, C. Amazon, D. Alibaba. First one, the Rajasthan Assembly session will begin from which date? The answer is option B. August 14th. Rajasthan Governor Kalraj Mishra issued an order on July 29, 2020 to convene the Assembly session from August 14th amid ongoing political crisis in the state due to differences in the ruling Congress government. Second one, which among the following e-commerce companies has begun offering auto insurance in India? The answer is option C. Amazon. Amazon.com Inc.'s Indian unit announced on July 23, 2020 that it will begin offering auto insurance, making India the e-commerce giant's first market for the service. Third one, NASA has postponed the launch of James Webb Space Telescope till when? The options are A. December 2021, B. September 2021, C. October 2021, D. July 2022. Fourth one, an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.8 hit the coast of which nation on July 22, 2020? The options are A. Australia, B. New Zealand, C. Alaska, D. Mexico. Third one, NASA has postponed the launch of James Webb Space Telescope till when? The answer is option C. October 2021. NASA has rescheduled the launch of James Webb Space Telescope to October 31st, 2021. The launch was earlier scheduled for March 2021. The space agency had confirmed last month that the March 2021 launch target was not possible due to the delays brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic and other technical challenges. Fourth one, an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.8 hit the coast of which nation on July 22, 2020? The answer is option C. Alaska. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit the coast of Alaska on July 22, 2020. This was confirmed by National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. A tsunami warning had been issued initially, but it was later cancelled. Fifth one, PM Modi recently praised nuclear scientists for achieving criticality at the Kakrapar Atomic Power Plant 3. The power plant is located in which state? The options are A. Madhya Pradesh, B. Odisha, C. Telangana, D. Gujarat. Sixth one, who has been appointed as Honorary Advisor to Steering Committee for BRICS Chamber of Commerce? The options are A. Kaushik Basu, B. Raghuram Ranjan, C. Sahil Seth, D. Jayati Ghosh. Fifth one, PM Modi recently praised nuclear scientists for achieving criticality at the Kakrapar Atomic Power Plant 3. The power plant is located in which state? The answer is option D. Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on July 22, 2020 congratulated the nuclear scientists as Gujarat's Kakrapar Atomic Power Plant 3 achieved criticality. The Prime Minister highlighted that the indigenous 700 megawatts KAPP3 reactor will be a shining example of the Make in India campaign. Sixth one, who has been appointed as Honorary Advisor to Steering Committee for BRICS Chamber of Commerce? The answer is option C, Sahil Seth. Sahil Seth has been appointed as the Honorary Advisor to the Steering Committee of the BRICS Chamber of Commerce CCI Young Leaders for the period of 2020 to 2023. Seventh one, which state government has sought permission from the Supreme Court to appoint 10,000 terminated teachers as peons? The options are A. Jharkhand, B. Odisha, C. Tripura, D. Assam. Eighth one, India will work together with which nation to develop 30-second COVID-19 tests? The options are A. US, B. Japan, C. Israel, D. UK. Seventh one, which state government has sought permission from the Supreme Court to appoint 10,000 terminated teachers as peons? The answer is option C, Tripura. The Tripura government has sought permission from the Supreme Court to appoint 10,000 terminated teachers as peons. The Tripura government, under the Revised Employment Policy 2003, had recruited 1,035 PGTs, 4,666 TGTs, and 4,612 UGTs in 2010 and 2014 through the oral interview, but their appointment was quashed by the High Court set on May 7, 2014. Eighth one, India will work together with which nation to develop 30-second COVID-19 tests? The answer is option C, Israel. India and Israel have decided to work together to develop a set of COVID-19 tests that will bring the entire testing process down to 30 seconds. It will also be widely available and will help the open economies. Ninth one, which state has decided to extend lockdown 2 days in a week till August 31st? The options are option A, Maharashtra, B, Delhi, C, Kerala, D, West Bengal. 10th one, which nation will be hosting the 2020 edition of the Indian Premier League? The options are A, New Zealand, B, Australia, C, Sri Lanka, D, UAE. Ninth one, which state has decided to extend lockdown 2 days in a week till August 31st? The answer is option D, West Bengal. West Bengal has decided to extend statewide lockdown 2 days in a week till August 31st, 2020. The announcement was made by West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. The state will observe a complete lockdown on 2nd, 5th, 8th, 9th, 16th, 17th, 23rd, 24th and 31st August. 10th one, which nation will be hosting the 2020 edition of the Indian Premier League? The answer is option D, UAE. The 2020 edition of the Indian Premier League IPL will be held in the UAE. This was confirmed by the IPL Governing Council Chairman Brijesh Patel on July 22, 2020. Both UAE and Sri Lanka had offered to host the league considering the rising number of COVID-19 cases in India. 11th one, which nation has decided to create a bilateral aid bubbles mechanism to resume international aid travel? The options are A, Japan, B, India, C, Russia, D, China. 12th one, which country recently launched its first ever military satellite? The options are A, North Korea, B, Indonesia, C, Malaysia, D, South Korea. 11th one, which nation has decided to create a bilateral aid bubbles mechanism to resume international air travel? The answer is option B, India. The Union Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri announced in a press briefing on July 16th that bilateral air bubbles will be the way to resume international travel amid the COVID-19 pandemic with certain conditions. 12th one. Which country recently launched its first ever military satellite? The answer is option D, South Korea. South Korea launched its first ever military communications satellite on July 20th, 2020. The satellite was launched by private operator SpaceX. The military satellite ANASIS-2 is aimed at enhancing the nation's ability to defend itself against nuclear-armed North Korea. 13th. Which state government launched a land use intelligence system? The options are A. Jharkhand, B. West Bengal, C. Odisha, D. Telangana. 14th. Who represented India at the 6th BRICS Environment Ministers meeting? The options are A. Piyush Goyal, B. Prakash Javadekar, C. Rajnath Singh, D. Harshvardhan. 13th. Which state government launched a land use intelligence system? The answer is option C, Odisha. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik on July 8th launched Bhubaneswar Land Use Intelligence System BLUIS to monitor changes in all the government lands in Bhubaneswar. 14th. Who represent India at the 6th BRICS Environment Ministers meeting? The answer is option B, Prakash Javadekar. The environment ministers of the 5 BRICS countries participated in the 6th BRICS Environment Ministers meeting on July 30, 2020. The video conference was held under the presidency of Russia. 15th. Intel Capital has bought how much equity stake in Reliance Jio? The options are A. 0.39%, B. 0.89%, C. 1.02%, D. 2.35%. 16th. An American citizen, Tahir Naseem, was shot dead inside which nation's courtroom? The options are A. Afghanistan, B. Pakistan, C. Bangladesh, D. Iran. 15th. Intel Capital has bought how much equity stake in Reliance Jio? The answer is option A, 0.39%. Reliance Industries Limited (RIL) and Jio Platform announced on July 3rd that Intel Capital, which is an investment arm of global tech and semiconductor major Intel Corporation, has invested Rs 1,894 crore in Jio Platforms to buy 0.39% equity stake. 16th. An American citizen, Tahir Naseem, was shot dead inside which nation's courtroom? The answer is option B, Pakistan. A 57-year-old American citizen, Tahir Naseem, accused of blasphemy, was shot at multiple times at close range inside Peshawar's judicial complex on July 29, 2020, as he waited to be shifted to the prison. He died on the spot. The attacker was arrested then and there, and the pistol used for the firing was seized. 17th. When is International Tigers Day observed? The options are A. July 29th, B. July 28th, C. July 26th, D. July 30th. 18th. The Indian Army has decided to order a second batch of SIG 716 assault rifles from which nation? The options are A. Russia, B. France, C. US, D. Germany. 17th. When is International Tigers Day observed? The answer is option A, July 29th. The International Tigers Day was observed on July 29th, 2002. The day is celebrated every year across the globe to create awareness regarding tiger conservation. the Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar released All India Tiger Estimation Report 2018 on July 28, 2020. 18. The Indian Army has decided to order a second batch of SIG 716 assault rifles from which nation? The answer is option C, US. The Indian Army has decided to place another order for 72,000 SIG 716 assault rifles from the United States. This will be the second batch of rifles being ordered from the US, as the first lot comprising 72,000 rifles has already been delivered to the Army. 19th. Which organization has acknowledged that there is evidence of airborne transmission of coronavirus? The options are A. WHO, B. UN, C. UNHRC, D. ICMR. 20th. Which nation's GDP plunged by record 41.2% in the last 3 months? The options are A. India, B. Singapore, C. China, D. UK. 19th. Which organization has acknowledged that there is evidence of airborne transmission of coronavirus? The answer is option A, WHO. The World Health Organization, WHO, on July 7, 2020, acknowledged evidence emerging of the airborne spread of the novel coronavirus. The global body made the acknowledgement after a group of scientists urged it to update its guidance on how the respiratory disease spreads between people. 20th. Which nation's GDP plunged by record 41.2% in the last 3 months? The answer is option B, Singapore. Singapore's economy has slumped into recession with a record plunge in GDP by almost 41.2% in the last 3 months. This is largely due to the extended lockdown imposed to contain COVID-19 spread in the nation. 21st. When will the postponed Asia Cup cricket tournament be held now? The options are A. June 2021, B. June 2022, C. November 2020, D. January 2021. 22nd. Which nation has released its first list of verified news portals? The options are A. Nepal, B. Bangladesh, C. Myanmar, D. Pakistan. 21st. When will the postponed Asia Cup cricket tournament be held now? The answer is option A, June 2021. The Asia Cup cricket tournament, which was initially scheduled to be held in September 2020, now has been postponed till June 2021 by the Asian Cricket Council (ACC). The postponement comes in the wake of a rise in COVID-19 cases in the region. 22nd. Which nation has released its first list of verified news portals? The answer is option B, Bangladesh. The Bangladesh government has released its first list of verified news portals. The nation's information minister said that the registration of online news portals will be a continuous and ongoing process. 23rd. Who has won the Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity? The options are A. Severin Kulis, B. Alexandria Villasenor, C. Kehkashan Basu, D. Greta Thunberg. 24th. Which nation's Congressional Committee has passed a bill to promote legacy of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr.? The options are A. US, B. France, C. UK, D. South Africa. 23rd. Who has won the Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity? The answer is option D, Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg, a 17-year-old environment activist from Sweden, was named the winner of the first Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity. She is the founder of a school strike for climate and is known as one of the most influential environmental activists. 24th. Which nation's congressional committee has passed a bill to promote legacy of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr.? The answer is option A, US. A key congressional committee of the United States on July 29th passed a bill written by the civil rights icon John Lewis. The bill aims at promoting the legacies of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. 25th. Which nation has extended its coronavirus quarantine period from 7 to 10 days for symptomatic cases? The options are A. France, B. Germany, C. UK, D. China. 25th. Which nation has extended its coronavirus quarantine period from 7 to 10 days for symptomatic cases? The answer is option C, UK. The United Kingdom has extended coronavirus quarantine period from 7 to 10 days for those who test positive for COVID or display some obvious symptoms in line with the guidelines issued by WHO.
Dhanyavad. Thank you. If you like this video, do like, subscribe and share. See you in the next one. Bye bye.